know, maybe they'll take up my idea of $9.99 pay-per-view. I wouldn't fucking chip in for a $2,000 table, and I wouldn't pay 50 quid. You know, Ducky Joyce said, oh, it's $2,000, but you can come backstage for that. It's like, no, you're right, mate. Not particularly where I want to be hanging out this stage of my life. Hi guys, welcome back. Griff here, Podcast Wars correspondent extraordinaire. Thanks for all the comments. Lovely talking to you all on that. I think we're on 199 subscribers now, so blowing up, aren't we? Like the world trade. Remember when we used to eat sardines for dinner? Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we're thirsty. Yes, just my brief little foray there into hip-hop culture. Something else which has become a complete and utter fucking mess. Because I'm an island boy. Right, what's on the agenda? Let me just check my notes. Oh, Decca Heggie, living in London, fighting trolls. What's fucking new? Fuck's sake. The Three Musketeers. So, Deccas spent the last X amount of fucking years on you banging on about, oh, I've been ripped off, everybody's being mean to me, oh, everybody's saying this, I haven't done anything wrong, blah, blah, blah. I'm not talking about this anymore. Alright, I'll make a video tomorrow about it. Oh, I'm an innocent man, oh, let's fight, I can lose the accused, innocent man. I'm an innocent man. Oh, yes, I am. Are you really, son? Yeah, he's doing my fucking head in, if I'm honest. I've always been impartial in this game. Yeah, I've always said innocent till proven guilty, etc. Still, nothing has been actually proved about all the charges levelled against him. It doesn't look good, I know, I'm not stupid, but nothing has actually been proved. And you've always got to have that element of doubt without proof, obviously. Otherwise, it'll be fucking carnage. But regardless of all that, just the way he's gone about all this. I said a few videos back, you've got to be likeable. He's just not very likeable at all, is he? I know he talks about his bipolar or whatever, but... And, you know, I don't know a lot about bipolar, but just by the sheer name. Is it like two-faced, is it, or something? Bipolar, you know what I mean? You got two completely ways of looking at things, depending if you're talking about yourself or anybody else. Now, Danny Christy got run in for breaching his restraining order. Decca had a restraining order. I'm a fighting man. I'm an island boy. I'm a fighting man, and I got a restraining order out against this bloke because he's being mean to me. Okay, is that how it works? Anyway, so he had the restraining order out. Then I watched countless videos of Decca. Give back to me! Fucking get back to me, Christy. Christy, use my email. I'm gonna knock 10 bells of shit out of you, bastard. So he called this guy out, fucking video after video. Christy was like, fucking, not as keen or whatever. In the end, Christy turned up. They had a fucking square go, a good old pagger. Technically a draw because they both shook hands. Who had the best of the actual fight? 50-50. If I had to give it to one of them, I would have given it slightly to Christy. But I think you could safely say if the fight had carried on, there was only going to be one winner, and that would have been Christy in my eyes. So anyway, they had that fight. That was supposed to end the beef. Christy then had the cheek to put a clown emoji on a comment on YouTube, which then gave Decca the license to reignite it. Lo and behold, Christy gets nicked for breaching his restraining order. What? By going to see Decca when he'd been invited 20 times. So surely, right, if Decca's got a restraining order out against Christy, and Christy goes to see Decca, Christy is breaking the restraining order, yeah? Okay. Isn't Decca breaking the restraining order too? Because the police have said to Decca, right, Decca, this Christy guy is not allowed to come within fucking however far of you. He's not allowed to approach you. Yeah, okay. But surely that works both ways, yeah? You can't take a restraining order out against somebody and then go around their fucking house, and say to them, you're not allowed to come anywhere near me. So by inviting them to the gym for a fight, that's the same thing in my eyes. So Decca should have been done as well for breaching the restraining order, technically. Then he's come on and said, Christy getting nicked, there's nothing to do with me. Fucking, he's battered some bird. Decca, what? Spreading rumours without proof? Thought that was bad, Dex. But anyway, Paul Venice has come on and he said, no, the reason that Christy was running was because of that fight with Decca. He said that, I believe him. And I saw another video, I think, the paperwork, confirming that. Now, the last person on YouTube I want to go out with for a pint with is Paul Venice. He is the last person I'd like to go out with for a pint with, purely because he's in recovery, and so am I. So I would not like to see him drinking, and I would not like to be drinking myself. And that's the only reason, because I think he's the most decent person amongst all of these characters, in terms of just being a decent human being, and being like a solid sort of character. He spoke about some of his mistakes, and he's proved himself, in life, as a fighting man, as an island boy. So yeah, when he first came out with the video and said, no, look, the reason that Christy was arrested was because he went for that fight with Decca, I believed him before the proof came out, because he's not the type who would come on and make a video just to get views or just to stir the pot. It's not, and you can just tell sometimes, some people are trying to win people over, but then they can't stop themselves, do you know what I mean? It's like Decca now. I just watched a video yesterday, I think. He's fucking tamping now that when Christy got nicked, he said, I'll fight you this weekend, I'll fight you next weekend. I think what Decca's realised is he missed out on an absolutely massive payday with the first fight, because he was so gung-ho about it, meet me down the bloody gym, just the four of us, a few more there as it turned out. But, he was so over-emotional about the whole thing. And in the end, Christy went, all right, yeah, see you Friday. They went down, bang, bang, bang. Got video's gone around the place, millions of views. And Decca's thinking, I ain't made fuck all out of this. And now he's like, right, we got to have the second fight now because we're going to make a shitload of money. Christy then has gone, no, sorry, mate, I'm not interested. Decca's like, well, you said you got to, it's all been arranged. Dougie's put money into it, you got to. He's all fucking tamping about that, wasn't he? And Chrissy's like, no, you're right, mate. I'll fight you over the park, but or in the garden, but I'm not having a flipping money fight. And then when Christy got nicked, then Decca's like, oh fuck, he's going to jail in January, is he? Right, well that's that fight. Oh fuck's sake, I'll fight you next weekend. Fight you next week. I see in the comments, somebody said to Decca, is that fight going to be filmed? The one that you wanted to have on the 30th of December. Somebody said to Decca, is that fight going to be filmed? And Decca wrote in the comments, yes. So basically, apparently, he wants to fight him on the 30th of December in a field with just Paul and Dougie there as fair play men. But it's going to be somebody filming it as well. So he was probably thinking, all right then, well, here's my last chance then to have a fight with Christy, film it, and get it out there and make a load of money. So now Christy can't fight now. He's fighting Furby now, and do you know what I mean? Now it's like all fucking roads lead to Furby now in March. The 2 grand tables. But, fucking nonsense, man. Fucking, so Christy now, what? He's going to go to jail for being in the company of somebody who's invited him publicly to be in his company, regardless of whether they were fighting or having a fucking cup of tea. Bullshit, really. I don't believe in like petitions and all that, but maybe if we could get like a sort of 100,000 people to sign a petition saying this guy can't go to jail for breaking a restraining order with a person who's invited him to be in his company. Surely it doesn't work like that in the eyes of the law. Maybe it'll all come out when it goes to court. Maybe Christie's legal representatives will explain and show the evidence that Decca was more than happy to spend that Friday afternoon in the gym in Christie's company, regardless of the restraining order. So, yeah, I don't know, it's just a sad old affair, really, you know. Still waiting for sort of DBSs and acros and BDPs and all that sort of stuff, do you know what I mean? So God knows what's going to happen there, but yeah, it just seems like Deck is just a fucking angry young man, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? Very angry. Obviously, you know, very big ego. As I've said in previous videos, he's probably spent large portions of his life being the hardest man in the room and thinking, right, whoever's the hardest is in charge, like some sort of dictatorship type sort of system. If I'm the hardest here, everybody does what I say, or I'll start kicking people's heads in. But it doesn't really work in this world, does it? As he sort of found out. It's more truth-based. So yeah, so that's the latest there. You can watch back these videos, you know, I've always tried to be fair with people and not judge. That was my whole sort of plan coming into this, you know, not to pick sides. Because a lot of this is petty squabbling, do you know what I mean? Half the time the two people arguing on YouTube are probably planning it in advance, do you know what I mean? I now think the living in London and what's his name now, Marvin Herbert fight, I now think that was pre-arranged. At the time I didn't. I now think those two have sat down and gone, here's a way to get a bit of publicity, get some views, get some ad revenue on our videos. I'll pick you up in the car. We'll have, you know, since when, right, in the history of people fighting, since when did people have a ruck where they both got their phones out filming? Do you know what I mean? Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen two blokes in the street having a fight and both got their phones out and then they're fucking fighting with their other hand? So it's probably, right, I'll pick you up, we'll meet that, this is the plan, we'll say this is what's happened, this is why we're arguing. And Marvin's gone, but I'm filming it, right, for my channel, and Living in London's gone, oh no, I want to film it for my channel, and they've gone, oh, let's both film it, we'll have more footage, and blah, blah, blah. Without realising how retarded it's going to look when two people are both filming whilst having a fight with each other. So yeah, I now think that, and I'm now wondering how many of these beefs, obviously it doesn't apply to the Decca thing, but I'm thinking how many of these beefs are pre-planned, you know what I mean? As a way to get publicity. Yeah, Living in London, he's just fucking mouthed off again on a video, and he about the video that Dougie Joyce and his cousin Dean Lynch Ward put out about Jordan McCann living in London. I thought, oh, I know, I'll fucking bang on about that, like he did last time. Just doesn't learn, does he? You know, doesn't learn. You gotta use your head in this game, and you. Do you know what I mean? There's some situations, you know, anybody with any proper sense wouldn't be talking about it like I am now, but you know, at some point you just got to you got to think, oh, shall I talk about that video? And it's like, nah, leave that one, see what happens there. Because I think that's potentially one of these ones that's a bit sort of contrived. But yeah, so Living in London has jumped in. That Dean guy's come back and said, fucking Lazar, mind your fucking business, I'll see you soon. So that'll probably be Lazar off the radar again. Yeah, and it looks like Decca's fighting Gary Furby now. Apparently all the tickets are up for sale. And a few videos back, have a look at my $9.99 one. Because they did say there's going to be other fights. I think, what's his name? Made a video earlier, didn't he? What's his name now? I can never remember this guy's name. The one who had a fight the other day. He knocked somebody out in about 4 seconds. Oh, God, I can't remember your name. Sorry, mate. But he made a video earlier saying, Lazar, fucking shut your mouth about the boys. I'll fight you. Oh shit, what's his name? Hang on, give me 5 seconds. Bollocks. That was about the 5th time I haven't been able to remember his name. You know the guy I mean? He had like a fight the other day. Uppercut, knocked the guy out in about 5 seconds. I think Dougie and Dean were in the corner. He's talking about he wouldn't mind fighting Lazar on the Furby and Decca belt. You know, maybe they'll take up my idea of $9.99 pay-per-view. I wouldn't fucking chip in for a $2,000 table. And I wouldn't pay 50 quid, you know. Ducky Joyce said, oh, it's $2,000, but you can come backstage for that. It's like, no, you're right, mate. Not particularly where I want to be hanging out this stage of my life. I'm still trying to think of that guy's name. He was in like Broadmoor and all that, wasn't he? You know, he's alright actually, you know. As far as all this sort of stuff goes, he seems quite genuine. He's trying hard, trying to grow in his life, isn't he? And doing his best. I could picture him, man. Just can't remember his name. Bloody bollocks. Apologies if you're watching this, mate. You're probably not, but yeah. So maybe they are gonna have like a triple bill, and I do think, you know, James English fighting Darren G. That's the one. That's the one that'll bring the numbers in. Never mind this Decca Furby thing. You know what I mean? That's not gonna last long, is it? Either way. Yeah, that first fight was a bit weird, wasn't it, Deck? Very strange, huh? He said he wasn't the fix. He was just a bit off his head, but if you watch it back, it didn't take a lot, did it, to fucking end that? Furby made a video, he didn't look very well. Said he got long COVID or something. You know, how long? Because the fight's in only a couple of months. So yeah, and yeah, fighting trolls. Paul. I think it's the beginning of the end there, sad to say. Beginning of the end of his time in this game. I know from personal experience, right? And he always says when he comes on and he's obviously off his twat and people go, oh, you're off your twat. He says, mind your fucking business. But you can't have it both ways in this game. Yeah, I know from my own personal experience, the reason I don't do drugs or drink at all is because when I do start dabbling with it, invariably it don't end well, you know. I tend to find myself enjoying it too much, and then I think, oh, I enjoyed that so much, I'll do it tomorrow. And then the following day I think, oh, I enjoyed that so much, I'll do it tomorrow. And it goes on like that for a while until it's like, oh, I didn't really enjoy it yesterday, but I don't want to have to deal with the fact of how I feel today, because I did that yesterday and I didn't enjoy it, so I'll do it again today and I'll deal with it tomorrow. 4 years down the line. So I basically think Paul's opened the floodgates, and then once life starts pouring through those floodgates, it'll all go a bit nuts, and I don't think that's conducive to running a nightly live YouTube channel, unfortunately. Hopefully I'm wrong. I do like watching his channel sometimes. Just so it's got a bit self-indulgent, you know. It's got a bit self-indulgent. Somebody said to me once, I wrote someone on Facebook, right, and they were like, oh, you're just attention seeking. It's like, well, yeah, of course I am. I wouldn't have wrote it otherwise. Do you know what I mean? I don't write, you know, like this. This is attention seeking. I'm not going to make this video, put it on YouTube, and then sit there thinking, I hope nobody watches that. You know, I'm seeking the attention of people. Why I'm doing that, that's the big question. That's the weird bit, you know. Obviously comes from some sort of twisted fucking thing that's missing from my head all my life. You know, nobody in their right mind would do this shit. But I do quite enjoy it on some weird level. As I keep saying, I feel like I need to move away from the podcast wars sort of stuff, because it's like, and I watch the videos and then I think, oh, what should I talk about? And it's like, oh, I know the same old shit I've talked about in every other video. He's fighting him, he thinks he's a twat, he's this, he's that. Fucking all goes around in circles. Apparently Swanson is now making an expose about Decca. Waited fucking all we thought about, all that was talked about in the earth for ages was Decca's expose. That came out, it didn't expose fuck all, did it? Now there's one coming out about him. What, somebody's just going to tell us everything we already know about that? Somebody needs to come out with something fucking new here, And at the same time, everybody's like fucking banging on about mental health. Oh, it's really important, mental health's really important. Well, stop fucking ruining each other's fucking heads then. How about that, yeah? How about everybody stops fucking with each other's heads? You can't fuck about with everybody's heads and then say, oh, we gotta look after our heads. What, apart from the people who you're trying to fucking destroy? It's like, oh, I want to fight the world. Oh, woe is me. Fucking, I'm mentally ill. We're all fucking mentally ill in this game, let's be honest. The people who aren't mentally ill aren't making videos like this, and they aren't watching them, and they aren't watching other mentally ill people make videos about other mentally ill people. It's a sick world we live in these days. For Pete's sake, Slim, put down Christopher Reeve's legs. I see Video Craig's trying to bounce back. He was getting a load of grief, wasn't he? For beating up a woman and telling some dodgy jokes. Disappeared for a few days. I saw a little trailer now. He's Video Craig podcast, episode 1, Steve Wraith. He's another strange one, isn't he? He's on his side 1 minute and then not the next. Not the next. Him and Paddy are having this bloody set too. I like Paddy. It's weird actually, because most of the people that everybody seems to fucking not like in this game tend to be the ones I like. I like Paddy. I like Darren G. I like Uncle Kate. But obviously, the governor is still and always will be Dr. Rackpole. Lovely. Probably won't make another video before Christmas in case not, unless something actually happens. So yeah, I'd just like to thank the people who watch the videos. Subscribe. If you watch and you don't subscribe, why don't you subscribe? Because, as I've pointed out, I'm attention seeking. I got feelings as well, mind. I got 199 subs. And I see these flipping spasmoids with like thousands of subs. And I'm like, what about us? What about us? Yeah. Anyway, I gotta stop, have a breath now. Just had 10 out of 11 in an accumulator yet again. So maybe I was using that angry energy from the disappointment of that to fuel this video. Yeah, peace and goodwill to all, man. And I think Exposure TV is right. We do all need to try and find a connection to the Lord. All the best, Harry Chest. What's happening, guys? Wagwan. Is it okay to say Wagwan? Yeah, I said in that last video, I said I won't make another one now, probably till after Christmas, unless something happens. And then a few hours later, police turn up at young Decca Heggie's house, and they've arrested him apparently. So what's that all about, eh? I'll look into it a bit deeper and obviously come back with a really intellectual, fact-based look at it in my own inimitable style. Shabbat. Dashing through the snow.